Today we are going to be working on lesson 1.6 in your Big Ideas textbook. The topic is going to be least common multiple. I'm on page 38. Okay, as I mentioned, today's purpose is going to be to identify the least common multiple, or LCM, of two numbers by generating a list of multiples of each. Okay, multiples that are shared by two or more numbers are called common multiples. The least common multiples is called the least of the common multiples is called the least common multiple, or LCM. You can find the LCM of two or more numbers by listing multiples or using prime factors. Now, one thing I think I've mentioned before, but whenever you see text that is highlighted in yellow, you know that's going to be an important vocabulary term for you to remember. So in just a moment, we're going to be putting some of these vocabulary terms into your notebook. So our question today that we're asking ourselves, though, is how can we find the least common multiple of two numbers? Please open up your notes and include these vocabulary terms in it. If you need to pause the video as you're doing this, please do so. First, we're going to talk about a multiple. A multiple is the product of two whole numbers. Now, another way you can think of multiple is skip counting. So, for example, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. These are all of the multiples of 3. We have 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 3 times 3, but it's still the multiples of 3. When we are talking about least common multiple, or LCM, what we're wanting to do is find the least or smallest multiple that two or more numbers share. So, for example, let's say I wanted to list the multiples of 2 and 3. Okay, off to the side, I'm going to make a chart. I'm going to start by listing all the multiples of 2. So I'm just going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and I could keep going, but I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Now I'm going to list the multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and I'll stop there. Now, if I said to you, what are the common multiples? What I'm talking about is the numbers that occur in both the list of multiples of 2 and the list of multiples of 3. So as I look through, I see 6 on both sides. I also see 12 on both lists. Now, 6 and 12 are common multiples of both 2 and 3. However, if I'm looking for the least common multiple, or the smallest common multiple, for 2 and 3, that number would be 6. So on this problem, the LCM equals 6. And here you can see common multiples. If I kept going, 18 would have been the next one, but the LCM of these two numbers is 6.